Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Timber and Stone. So, it's patch day. 1.6.1 came out. What do we think? Well, so far, it's a great patch. It really is. So far, some of the stuff that they incorporated I really, really like. We've lost a menu up here. Notice that there's only 4. The objects menu is now part of the design menu. So instead of it being over here next to storage, the objects button is now here under design. You go in there and now you can do all this. And the reasoning behind that was because when you go into construction, when this window's up, if you then went into the objects window without closing this window, it caused problems. You couldn't rotate, whatnot. So they've just put the objects window over here into this window. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Problem solved. Plus to me, to be honest with you, I think that the objects window belonged over here anyway because it's part of your designing. When you design, you're doing stuff with objects. It should be over there anyway. That's just my opinion, but I back that process. Another thing is something that I've noticed had a bug. The archers are not properly implemented yet. They're not fixed. Now what they tried to do was they tried to make archers. People were having problems with infantry and archers equipping weapons. So what they've done is they've removed the whole got to go unload thing or whatever, or changed it, whatever they did. But basically archers now, if they pick up a weapon or have a weapon in their inventory, they'll automatically equip it. No matter what, they'll automatically equip it now. It caused a problem though, because when archers now go to try and fight something, instead of equipping it like they used to do, they take it off. And so if I go fight somebody, the archer will shoot once, and then he'll run in and melee really badly, to the point to where he might shoot 2 arrows the whole fight and just melee the rest of it. It's still broke. I'm sure that once they're aware of it, which I've already posted a bug, another guy's already commented in the forum, so it'll get fixed really quick. I'm sure it was just an oversight on some type of code that messed up, or look at that. That door becomes invisible. Huh, see, I'm looking right there. See how it's like invisible in part of it? Then you move over and it becomes solid again? Very strange. All right, but that causes a problem. At least in my game. I had this archer chilling out over here, practicing on the practice dummies. All right, well, he wasn't shooting them. Because of that whole, when they engage in combat now, archers go melee, he was running over here and fighting against, meleeing the targets. And for some reason, when they melee and break a target, it breaks your game. So when he'd break it, if I'd hit tab like that, like I just did, how it said game saved, it wouldn't save my game. I'd get this big error, and all of my people would just go idle. They, as soon as he broke that target, it'd take about 5 or 10 seconds or so. All of my farmers would just stop whatever they're doing. They'd all just stop and let the game go. They'd all just stop and stand there and do nothing. Everybody, the workers and stuff, they would continue and complete the last task they were working on, and then they would just stand there and not do anything. Everybody eventually stopped working except for the military. The military would still do their patrol routes. They would still be getting tasks. Like where you hit this guy and you hit F1, he's got a task down here. But everybody else, all your civilians, no more tasks showed up. You could force them to walk somewhere. You could change jobs. You could do anything possible, because I tried everything. I spent like an hour trying to figure out what it was that was causing my game to crash out. Or it wasn't crashing out, but causing it to not respond, them to not go idle. And that's what I deduced it down to, was that it was the archers messing up, and then the archery targets. As soon as he broke that archery target, every time, that's when it happened. So I reported it, and they now know. And yeah, hour well spent, because it might get it fixed, soon. As to other things, hay size. There's a handful of stuff that I'm not going to mention. If you want to see, timberandstonegame.com or timberandstonegame.com. It's right there on the front page. Go read all of it. There's about 20 or 25 things they fixed and updated. Like herders, they'll tell you now, don't forget to build a trough when you first make one a herder if you don't have troughs in your livestock pens, and other stuff like that they fixed and added to the game. They did a lot of quick, a lot of the small bugs have been all fixed. They've also, unfortunately, like I said, incorporated a brand new big bug, but they'll get it sorted out. But what I was saying, hay piles, the storage has been increased. Woohoo! So apparently hay piles, they store more. Remember how we were borderline with hay in the last episode? Now I've got like less than, barely a third, little over a third of my storage capacity. And I didn't change anything. I didn't build anything. It just went from having 700 and something down to now I've got 360 something, but I still got the same amount of wheat. So wheat was increased, the hay storage for wheat. Another big thing that we're going to find out in this episode, because I'm going to pause it if I have to. Yeah, you'll notice that I haven't copied over my textures yet, and the flowers are back. You have to redo that after every patch, but it's okay. Beds have been changed. So now if we go in and let's find our farmers. Farmer. Where's farmer? There's farmers. All right, Allison. So we can go to this bed. We can go to ownership. Assigned, owned by settler. All of these guys have all been put in alphabetical order, which is awesome. But as far as beds are concerned, I mentioned it a couple times that I reported to Ethereal that your guys weren't sleeping in the beds that you assigned them. They would just sleep in whatever bed. They went back and looked and found out that, yeah, they were. They were actually not really set to sleep in their beds. And so they fixed it. So, woohoo, one for me. I got them to fix something. And, but it's great that they did. It really is. And it was apparently a really easy fix, which is just awesome, too. This bed is going to be owned by second guy, Leopold. There he is. All right, and then this bed, ownership, owned by settler. Nope, Snuffleupagus is right. Ownership, owned by undid it. All right, so we'll do Roman candle. And then the fourth bed, ownership, owned by settler. It's already Romans. Snuffleupagus is getting one. Nah, we'll do it right. Adelia Wilson. And then we need another bed. We don't have a bed for Snuffy yet. Another thing that I need to do, well, I'm thinking about it, is I have got, like, over the past couple of days, I haven't played much the past couple of days. In fact, I haven't played any in the past 3 days. But, trying to just let it catch up. All right, so I've got to look in the U menu. So let's hit escape. Let's hit U. And let's see who the last names that we put in were. All right, I think it was David was the last person I put in. Did I put in Terracell Spark? We had about 5 or 6 more people want their name in the game. So we are going to do that. And I can't remember what everybody wanted, to be honest with you. So, here, let me pause the video. I'm going to go back and look through the comments real quick and see exactly what jobs some of them wanted, because some of them wanted specific jobs. Not very many, but a couple of them did. And, yeah, I'm just going to put the names in the game. That'll have to do. If I find out, I'll go back and look later, and then we'll change your job around, which is not a big deal. So, Terracell Spark is going to be, I don't know, Josette Wright. There you go. Nice, not Skinny Joe. David the One. Oh, that's right. I put a 1 by everybody's name. All right, Edward. You're going to be a miner. So we're going to jump to Edward, hit F1, and then put in the name. All right, come on now. All right, there you go, Terracell. And then you. The next person is Axel Malone. So this guy, you're going to be a builder. Oh, wait, I didn't put a, dadgummit. Come on, Zane. Let's find Terracell Spark. Jump. F1. I got to put a 1, the first by their name, just in case. Had a dadgum wood chopper, die yesterday, or the last day I played, Thursday night. Okay, so next is Axel Malone, who is going to be Quentin. I guess, no, that's an infantry. Well, yeah, you can be an infantry. Jump. F1. I don't really care anymore now that I'm, making you rebirth. Axel Malone. All right, so that gummit, I did it again. There we go. All right. Maybe we can get through this and get to the actual gameplay, huh? It's all right. These guys wanted their names in the game. So Neil is going to be Luke. L-U-C. All right. So let's see. You. And now Mazzotti. Civadin will work. I bet I didn't put 1 by Luke, did I? All right, M-E-Z-O-T-I, the first. Congratulations. Let's go back into the thing and find Luke. There he is. It's easy to quickly fix, so it's not a big deal. Confirm. You. Let's see. We got... now my famous guys, the guys that we play all the time, the guys that we talk about, we're going to try not to rename. Like Zach, Selfina, Auster. All right, Shrike. There you go. We're going to keep those names in because them are names that we've grown to care about. All right, Rogue Wolf and Dr. Jones. So let's see. All right, here, this will work. Well, that's a girl. Neither one of them sound like girls. Names, so Stephen will be Rogue Wolf. Right? Yeah, the first. Now, again, if I find out that you wanted to be a miner and I made you a builder, or I find out you wanted to be an archer and I made you a miner, I will go back off camera and change that. So just note that whatever your character is, or whatever you wanted, you're going to be. Walter Veneer. Goodbye, Walter. All right, so F1, Dr. Jones, you get to be a stonemason. Because I don't know why, but for some reason I think you wanted to be. Where's Walter? Come on. There he is right there. All right, so F1. Get rid of that long name. I can't remember. Dr. Jones. Indiana Jones fan, probably. All right. Or well, yeah. All right, so that's that. Congratulations to those 7 people who wanted their name in the game. Remember, if you see this video and you still want your name in the game, I still have people. I will still be getting more people. There are still plenty of spots left open. Just post on any of the videos. I see all comments and I reply to all that warrant to reply, and you'll get your name in the game eventually. I mean, it won't be next episode. If you post today, it'll be, half dozen or so episodes ahead from now, but it'll get in there, and that's all that really matters. So again, updates. What we're doing. We're mining out the wall because off camera I went ahead and finished that wall like I told you I was going to do. I did dirt on the bottom and then 2 layers of castle brick. I didn't close it off so that they could get in and out, but then I found out that they just swim, so it didn't matter. So we're going to close that off, and once we close that off, we're digging all this out. So we need to come close this out pretty quick, like right now. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go to construction, walls, castle brick, and then we want 2 layers like that. All right. So that'll keep all the bad guys out. We got rid of this door. We got rid of this door and opted for a big castle door on the front. Now, I can't build a castle door yet because my engineer is only like level 5 going on level 6. I don't know where he's at right this moment. We can find him real quick, I'm sure. That looks like a herder. He's probably in the town hall. Yep, there he is right there. He is level 6. So we got to get him to level 7. Once we get him to level 7, then he can build that. Now, what I was doing was letting him rebuild all these target dummies when my archer was breaking down. And then I put both of those military units over here and let them beat on these targets. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him build a bunch of them and see if he gets experience. If he does, then I'll just deconstruct them, get the material back, and we'll force level him. Another thing that I talked to the devs about and asked was this: tree farms. I have lost now 2 people in the entire game from day 1 to day 38. The first guy I lost, he was a warrior, an infantry, and it was my fault. The second guy I lost because he got attacked by skeletons, and he was so overloaded that he couldn't outrun them. So there was nothing I could do. He just died. And it was a wood chopper. So I have now set, as you can see, my wood chopper's inside over here. Yep, there he is, just chilling, sitting out inside. I have now set my wood choppers to no longer chop, anything they want to. What we are doing instead is we are going to go to, not construction, but to objects, to decor, to tree. And then you can plant trees so long as you have these little raw materials right here, these seedlings, which we've got 92 of. So you can take and go to tree and you can plant your own tree, and they do not need space next to them. They can all be next to each other just like that, all the way down, however far you want to go. I'm going to do probably about that far, and then you come up to the next row and you start growing them again. And you just keep doing that, and you do that all the way down. Now, I'm not going to do a bunch of this on camera because it would just take 5 minutes and eat up time. And I keep pausing the game, and I don't want to pause the game because I want you to see nighttime. I want to see if those guys actually jump into their beds or not. Because the way that the bed code is set up now, I'm going to do one last row. And yes, I forgot to turn the music down, as you can tell. So let's do that. Options. My bad. No, I did turn it down. Let's just turn it off because I have it coming through an external sound right now instead of mine. Nah, let's leave it just a little bit. All right, save changes. Resume. So he'll get out there, and that's enough trees right now too. I'll finish it later. He'll get out there and he'll start planting those trees, and he'll run back and forth. He needs a resource crate, I think. Yeah. But he'll run back and forth and plant trees, and everybody else keep working. We got plenty of food coming in, plenty of everything else. This turned out fabulous. Although, like I can say, I really don't like that. I mean, fortunately, it won't be seen, so it won't matter. Cobblestone looks really good as a road in small strips. Like if you just saw that much of it, it looks pretty good. But in a big slab like that, it doesn't look very good at all. Nothing compared to like this. This looks gorgeous as a big slab. This doesn't. But it's all going to be covered with tiles, so it really doesn't matter. So what we're going to finish is we are going to go into construction. We're going to go into utility and scaffolding, and we're going to set up our scaffolding. There we go. And I need to zoom in a little bit so I can get a better look at it. All right, there we go. And then this one. And then we'll get rid of that. And then I don't need to do that. I can do it right here. And there we go. There's one set of scaffolding up. And then we'll set the other one right here. Now this is just for them to be able to get up there onto the roof and do the work that they need to do. But I don't want to use up 500 wood to do so. So there we go. One more. There we go. And finally, that one. All right, they're going. They'll eventually get to building that. They're over here working on this now that I've let them finish making up some plaster. So they're still kind of holding out on plaster. But they'll get all this done, and then we'll get them to making, I don't want utility now. Now I want back to floors. Flooring, cobblestone gray. Now we're just going to do the front. And we're going to do it like so. Like so. Like so. Like so. There. There. and there. Now we're going to repeat on this side. Whoa, we missed something. Oops. There we go. And I see what we missed now. Something didn't look right. And that looks right. Right? Yep, that's right. Okay, so let's unpause it. Why do I keep pausing it? Good golly, that's one thing that I really wish that I could cure myself of. I'm just so used to doing it. But, you know, old habits are hard to break. I'm used to playing games like this, you know, on my own, where it don't matter if I pause or not. Not having people, you know, recording and watching. But, there we go. Alright, so they'll get right on that. They'll get all that built up. There we go. Now they've easily got access to it. They've got this one done. So all we need here is the roof. So we're going to put a roof over this, a flat roof, and then we'll build our ceiling. We're not going to bother with it yet, though. I want to let them get this done so that we can see how this is going to go. I want to try and get most of this done today. A little bit of stutter there. But I'm doing 125 frames per second. So the game is running better. But that stutter has me worried that maybe something spawned in. Did we get anything? And you don't seem to move as fast when you hold shift. You used to move around the screen faster. I don't know what that is. It's probably an option. I will bet you. Ooh. Oh, good Lord, we got a necromancer. All right. Time to whoop some booty. We got to go get him quick. This will be our first necromancer fight, folks. We've got all 4 of our melee ready. I'm not even going to bother with the archers because they're broken. But we're going to take our melee up to there. And fortunately, hopefully, we can survive this without anybody dying. Alright. Let's grab this guy. And we're going to go to there. And we're going to grab this guy. And we're going to go to there. And we're just going to charge it. Look at that. Look at him do it. Oh, he's summoning skeletons. Did you see that? That was cool. Shot him a fireball to burn the tree down. Another fireball to burn another tree. He's going to kill the chicken. Save the chickens. Alright, so why are these guys? Alright. Harriet Lacomb's hurt already. There it is. Oh, good Lord, that hurt. Run, Harry. Come on, guys. Go for the right frickin' guy. Forget the skeletons. The skeletons ain't gonna kill you. The necromancer will. Ooh, I think Harry just died. Yep, Harry, slain by necromancer. Necromancer's dead. Not too shabby. Alright, kill the skeletons, boys. I think we survived. We lost an infantry. I took him into battle and he was already at about half health. But 3 of our infantry are fine. One of them got hit and it just kind of 0 damage. You can't gather resources from the necromancer. He just disappeared. He said, "Bah!" I'm just making sure that I get them all. Sometimes it's, there we go. I think that'll be good. Them fires will burn out by themselves, so we don't have to worry about them. Let's see what all he recovers off of that guy. Bunch of scrap metal. No gear. Oh, that sucks. All the gear is gone. You get scrap metal back and that's it. Oh well. We'll just make more. We're going to need another infantry anyway. Probably turn one of these archers into an infantry. Just let him level up to 11 real quick. Harry Lacombe was one of our new warriors. So we didn't lose Zach. We didn't lose any of the important guys. So, yeah, not too shabby. We took on our first necromancer. Probably could have been a little bit cleaner. Probably would have been if we could have used our archers. But, you know, because we could have just went out and set up, you know, patrol points and let him come walking to us and killed stuff as it got to us instead of having to charge. But, hey, job got done. The villagers are safe. Life is good. All right, another thing we need to do. I forgot. You know, they're over there building. That's wonderful. But this is the bed for, where's he at? Dun, 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 dun. I can't remember what we changed his name to. Here, let's just hit you and find it. My herder. It's, yeah, Robbie. I knew it began with an R, but I just couldn't remember what. I didn't see it. There it is, Robbie. All right, so that bed goes to Robbie. Ownership available to anyone. Ownership available to anyone. Ownership available to anyone. All right, and we need to set these real quick because get ready for them to go to bed. These are my stonemasons. Where are they at? Stonemasons. We got 4 of them. So Zorda, all the way to the bottom. And this one will be owned by, choose owner, Josette. There's Josette. This one will be Emma. And this one will be owned by settler. I know we had them set to profession, but this one's going to be Dr. Jones. All right, so now we just need to set up the carpenter. And this one's ownership will be, who is our carpenter? Josette, no. I must have 2 Josettes. This one's owned by settler, Josette Wright. This one is going to be owned by stonemason, just Josette. I don't like that having 2 of the same name. All right, but Josette, there we go. Now it should work. But we'll see. We'll see if we end up, I'm not going to baby it, but we're going to see if they end up in the right beds. He's still planting trees. I'm going to make him plant all 90 of them right there too. And then that's going to be where he goes. Whenever they get up like that big enough, I'll just say chop, because we got plenty of wood right now. I'll just say chop. When they get up, all grown up, chop it all. He'll go and he'll work chopping it all down. I'll put him a wood pile over here. He'll chop it all down, and the stumps will stay, so they'll just grow back up. And then when we need more wood again, go chop. No more going outside for stupid stuff. Stay home where you're safe. That's our first necromancer, though. I'm liking that. I mean, I'm not liking that we lost an infantry, but I'm liking that it's a challenge, because all the skeletons, you can just send 1 or 2 guys after and kill 6 or 8 skeletons. The goblins, you can send like 2 or 3 infantry after and kill all 6 or 8 goblins. Nothing's really been a challenge until that necromancer. That necromancer is the first thing to really kill a guy since we got any armor and stuff. There's more of these bodies. Why didn't he go clear them out? Gather resources. Gather resources. Gather resources. So let's get rid of all this because we don't need it anymore. Oh, he is. There he goes. Oh, he's getting more stuff off of that guy. Scrap metal, some bones. We're going to end up with a bunch of scrap metal, be able to make a bunch of bars, but It don't do us any good because he broke all of the solid ingots. Was what all the gear that he had on was made out of, or mostly. I don't know if I like that. Just being honest with you. I don't know if I like that. I don't mind losing your people and the possibility of losing some of their items being broken, but I don't know if I like that whole getting it back as scrap metal. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know if I like that. It's just not a good way. I mean, to me, I guess it really don't matter in the long run. I mean, I don't know. It don't really matter. It just seems, I guess it does. I guess it really makes you want to, protect your infantry a little bit better and make sure they don't die, because then you lose all the gear. It's better, I guess, than losing all the gear. That's what I'm trying, But, and this episode's going to run just a little bit longer than normal. I'm sorry. But I want to get the beds. I want to get them going into bed. So we got one more phase. We might be 5 or 6 minutes late. I know most of you don't care. You're probably glad. So, I just felt the need to say so for those that do care. We need to get lights out here too. Out in front of this. I'm going to put a light post right there and probably put one right there. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to show designations, because we have to cancel one of these designations. So we'll go to decide roads, Alt and Shift and get rid of that one. And then we'll Alt and Shift and get rid of that one on the outsides. That way it matches. And then we'll go, because it's here now, go to Objects, Lighting, Lamp Post. And then we'll go 1 and 1. You can't have too many of these lights because it causes a real bad flicker issue that we've noticed when you get over here at just the right angle. Which there it goes. You'll see it. There it goes. It does that. That's what that is. That's Unity, because Unity, a surface in Unity can only have 4 lights shining on it at one time. And there we go. You can really get it to look like, I had it looking like a light show. They would just back and forth, constant. Ooh, they're already up. Isn't that nice? Lovely, lovely. And then we'll put one probably over here beside this one, or maybe even one on each side. Like this. We've already got one out here, although it comes through the roof, and I don't like that. See how it just barely cuts through the roof? I'll probably move that one forward one. But I haven't yet, because it hasn't really been a big deal. I am noticing that on this new flat panel, it's a lot darker. I mean, it looks real crisp and clear. The images, it's a 1080p flat panel, so everything looks really nice. It's really pretty. A lot better than it was on my the other 32 that's next to it, the 720p. It actually is clearer on the 1080p monitor, because I'm running it 1920 by 1080. So, come on guys, we're 3 minutes over. Go to bed. I want to see, the way that the new system is supposed to work is that when it's time to go to bed, they're supposed to, number one, check for their own personal bed. If they do, they go try and get in it. Then they'll make multiple checks for a specific class or job, profession set bed. And then after that, they'll make a bunch of checks towards just any bed. And then finally, if they haven't found any of that, they'll lay down in the hall, or lay down in wherever, in the hall and go to sleep. And if they can't get to the hall, or there is no hall, they'll eventually just drop wherever they're at. They'll stop checking and just lay down and go to sleep. Now, I have also noticed, as many of you have probably too, that once we moved these out and laid them up like that, I have not lost a single animal since. And I did bring in a few more. As you notice, I've got like 3 or 4 boars now again. So I did, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, at least 3. And there are a couple animals on the map that I'm going to send my forager out to kill so that maybe more boars can spawn. So we need more boars. But they haven't been dying. So making sure that they have access to both sides of the feeding troughs seems to have fixed what was causing our guys to die. And we're low on storage for tools. I'm not building any more toolboxes. I mean, guess I'll have to, but I really don't want to, because I'm going to have to destroy all of them here and real soon. Objects, storage, tools, tool chest. We'll put 3 more in for right now. Just so they have the storage. It changes from red. We've got multiple things now turning yellow. We need a lot of storage. There they all. Looks like they're all going. All right, I'm just going to let them go. Just letting them all go and do their own thing. And we're going to see if they're all in the right beds at the end of it all. Look, Skinny Joe cannot move to your hall. The path is obstructed. No, the path is not obstructed. All right, so let's see. This guy must maybe not set to sleep. He should be, Jeffrey. Oh, no, he's morning, noon. He's infantry. All right, so let's check it out. Looks like all masons to me. Zorda. And Zorda is in Zorda's bed. All right, Josette is in Josette's bed. Emma's in her bed, and Dr. Jones is in his bed, so looks like it's working maybe. Where's my 4th farmer? Who is that? Christopher. Christopher, he's not scheduled to sleep. Night, midnight, no, just midnight, late night. That's right. Get on out of here, Christopher. All right, so who do we got here? Allison, who is a farmer. Roman Candle. Adelia. All right, and whose ownership bed is this? To Leopold. Where is Leopold? You. Farmer. Huh? Oh, good Lord, I changed his name. Did I? Is that what it is? Uh-oh. There's a problem. How do we got Leopold? Where's Leopold at? I know what happened. I assigned the bed to him before I changed him. Okay, so Shrike. Shrike was Leopold. Okay, so you have to be careful about renaming. So Leopold, because Leopold is no longer really in the list. If we look now, we'll go down, there is no Leopold. So you got to make sure you get the names right. But, where is Robbie? What are these guys doing? Look. Skinny Joe. Somehow somebody blocked the door there. They got stuck in there. Where is Robbie? Let's go to you. And let's go to our herder. And jump to Robbie. And I guess with the whole can't get in the door thing, it blocked Robbie off. So Robbie is the only person. That's good to see. So we've seen all aspects of the issue now. They do go to their beds if they can get to their beds. If people are blocking, and I guarantee that's what happened. People were blocking the door. And with people blocking the door, they couldn't get through it. And if they can't get to their beds, it's guaranteed, yeah, they will go get in an empty bed, an unassigned bed. So, yeah, great job. I love that. It works perfect. That's good. I can handle that. I can understand why Robbie got blocked and didn't go. I know exactly why Shrike didn't get there, because we had the wrong name assigned. Make sure that when you assign beds, that if you change names, you go back and change the name of who's assigned to the bed. Okay, simple. Not a problem. The game doesn't automatically do it for you. I was hoping that it would automatically change, but it doesn't. So, yeah, we're almost 10 minutes over in this video. Sorry about that, folks, but we got that in there, and we got the bed information and all that stuff. So now, you know, my biggest, woohoo, you know, was works, and now I'm happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you're enjoying 1.6.1 regardless of the Archer issue. I sure am, and a lot of little behind-the-scenes fixes that have gone into place, bugs, crashes, and things like that. You can, like I said, go to timberandstonegame.com, and you can read all the updates read all about the update and all the different patches and fixes and stuff that went into play into this one. And I hope that it's working great for everybody, as it is for me. And if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day.